Hello everyone, this is Final Fight 3 for the SNES, released in 1995. The Skullcross gang are on the rampage in Metro City, so you've got to put a stop to them. They're led by someone called the Marshal, who is trying to create an army of soldiers to take over the city or the world or something. There's an energy bar at the bottom of the screen. Once that gets filled up you can do a special move. I can never remember the combination of the keys though. There are 4 playable characters in this. There's also a 2-player mode. There also seem to be alternative routes to this game. There are supposed to be things like that in Streets of Rage 3, but the only real one is at the end of the game, where depending on whether or not you rescue the chief in time, you get a different final level. Apart from that, there's only one alternative bit I know of. There seems to be several alternative rooms after the first section in level 5. I mean, they're not really anything significant, they don't make any difference. In this game there is a whole alternative level 4, and there are various other sections hidden around the place. There is a lot to discover. We've got Dirk here, who is kind of like a Freddy Krueger type, which just about every major beat-em-up franchise seems to have. And now it's on to the next bit. I think part of the story is the Skullcross gang have broken one of their men out of jail. You can't help wondering how the Final Fight series would have gone if it had continued. I don't know why scrolling beat-em-ups suddenly fell out of favour around the mid-1990s. I mean, all those open Beats of Rage games shows there is obviously a market for them. More recently there was a Final Fight one-on-one fighting game. The less said about that the better. Somebody had made all the characters out of Lego, and that Belger is now undead and does a zombie dance at the end of it. Mind you, even that was better than Final Fight Streetwise. That was a role-playing game. You're playing as Kyle Travers. No, me neither. You've got to rescue Cody, I think. I mean, he was just wandering about on all these stupid little mini-games. If you want to continue a franchise, you don't try turning it into something it's not. You improve the graphics but keep the gameplay style. That bloke's a funny colour, doesn't look very well. Ah, little Freddy Krueger banged his nut, didums. That's where somebody broke out. Either that or one of the prisoners has got the farts. He's just smashed through a police station wall. And again, he's the mayor, so he's allowed to do things like that. I must visit one of these cities they have in scrolling beat-em-ups, where there's bags of cash and gold bars in dustbins. I mean, you get the living shit beaten out of you, you've come away very wealthy. Oh, and here's G, known to his mates as Gurr. There's some bloke with a sock wrapped round his head. Who's this Dirk Bogarde? Dirk Bogarde said cinema is just a form of masturbation. Let's hope no one at the flicks takes that literally. Here we go, the first boss, Dave. There's a bent copper. There's unusual. Might even never see flipping coppers in Britain on the streets anymore. Not unless they're looking after some politician or other. There's flipping millions of them. This copper's trying to beat up the mayor. That's one way of kissing your career farewell. Oh, that's just a jump for charity. Next time it might be a good idea to wear a parachute, mate. That attack move is actually a new police technique. It's how you deal with old ladies carrying British flags. You know, the very cream of evil. Of the 3 Final Fight games on the SNES, I think this is actually the best one. Because the SNES version of the original Final Fight had a lot of stuff missing, and it didn't have a 2-player mode. I think this is actually a good game. It's certainly one of the better scrolling beat-em-ups out there. And because it was 1995, which must have been nearing the end of the SNES's lifespan, I doubt a lot of people got to play this, which is a shame really. There are nice looking backgrounds and levels, there's a lot of hidden stuff, so even when you've finished it there's still other stuff to find. Quite a lot of varied enemies and bosses. It's got a really good soundtrack, and quite honestly I'd take this over Streets of Rage 3.